Right. Let's go. Haven't played in a while. We're playing a 1600, which in reality is 1400. But now in reality, because of the inflation which happened recently, where FIDE added basically 200 points to every player under 1700 or more, maybe not so inflated anymore. Maybe the 1600 is pretty accurate, which is kind of funny. Chess.com did change a lot in chess. But back to the game, because we're playing what seems like an Italian game. And he plays knight c3 in this line, so, you could go for the fried lever. But the knight c3 in this line, without playing d3, invites me to go for this central fork team, where I give up the knight, sacrifice the knight, and then go d5. So knight takes d5, forking both pieces, and then the line continues like something like bishop d3 takes, bishop takes. There's also this line, uh, bishop takes f7, which is a bit more dangerous for black. But if black knows what he's doing, or is very careful, and doesn't feel the pressure too much, black is fine, and even better. Takes. Let's take with the queen. And if the knight retreats, we just play queen d6, if I remember correctly. Aiming for some bishop out and then castling, but after d3, trying to keep the knight in the center of the board. I'm not quite sure. My best guess would be to play bishop e7 and go for castling. So bishop e7, castles, castles. I want to play bishop e6, but the problem is maybe knight g5. But is that really a problem? I just want a long castle, honestly. But let's, for the sake of simplicity, play the worst move possible. Okay, let's just play. Yeah, let's just play bishop e6. Yes, there's knight g5, trying to get, trying to steal that bishop pair, and it's very annoying. But I'm just gonna castle and have a good time in life. I don't think c4 for white is a good move, by the way. I just drop back to d7, and this pawn becomes very weak because it's no longer protected by this pawn. Yeah, so overall pretty happy with the position at the moment. Castles. We could play h6, we could play f6 if we're really scared of this. In hindsight, bishop e6 wasn't good. I should have gone to g4. It's a way more active square. If bishop here comes, then we go to g4. Yeah, I think that's the plan. And we'll just castle now. And we wasted the tempo, but we're fine. Again, c4, we discussed it earlier, it was bad because this pawn is undefended, especially now. Since it's attacked twice, we can just simply take the pawn. I don't see why not. After this game, I will go outside. Things we don't do enough. I will walk because it's nice weather. It's nice weather outside. By the way, my plan in this position after this to go here might not have been the best idea actually. Because I'm thinking if I went here, like let's say our opponent didn't play c4 but played knight here. We play bishop g4. Then maybe c4. And then if you take the pawn, losing control over the square, he has knight takes an f7. Or even queen takes first, rook takes. Oh no, that doesn't work. Now knight takes f7, which is the pawn. I can just swoop to the side. No, but after here, c5 takes, you have to take back with the queen, because otherwise, if you take here, I take here, and I'm basically mating you. Yeah, it's unclear. I'm gonna look at it later. But now the move is e3, bishop e3, allowing us to grab yet another pawn at the cost of a pawn. No, it's not, because I was thinking takes, 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 and takes, but then you're sacrificing another piece. So I think we can just grab another pawn without much consequences. And yeah, let's just do it. Let me just drop back. Yes, we're a bit underdeveloped, but we're controlling the open file. We're controlling the pieces somewhat. And I don't feel any threats of anything, honestly. If you play this rook here, we don't even have to react. We can just develop the pieces. Bishop here. Okay, base this. Now perhaps we can drop back to D here. Maybe we can even drop back here. Because after this, we have this. Takes, takes. Now this should be fine. Let's just trade off pieces and make this knight a little bit less active. A little bit less active. We also have bishop a3 ideas now. It's also very nice square for our pieces. So rook here. That's interesting. We can just even take here. And win a piece, because then it's defended by the bishop. Um, yeah, that should be the end of the line, right? Here, here. Yeah, it looks very clear to me. It goes there, takes this, defends this. You can just simply take. Can also. Maybe it's better to play h6 first, get it out of the way, and then take. Destroying more pawn structures. Or even f6, because then we're even making the pawn chain stronger. Yeah, I like f6 better than h6. Let's go. Maybe he has knight here. Yeah, he does have knight there actually. Which would be a bit awkward for me to play. Because now I don't have a target. Yeah, I'm trying to play too fancy here. But then I would be able to sack the rook and then take two pieces for... Yeah, that's actually very interesting. I like to play this position. Do I? Do I really? Takes, takes, takes. Destroying my own pawn structure, but... Very interesting play. I'm gonna go for it. The line is pretty much 4, so I'll pre-move it. I'll pre-move it. It's definitely not the best line. I know that for sure, but it looks so interesting because we have the bishop pair. It might even be the best line because of the bishop pair. And hmm, I think if we just trade off, we'd still end up better. Gotta be careful of this. So maybe bishop e4, stopping that. Bishop e4, rook here, or I don't see moves. I really like this position. Rook here. Um, but then I can just play this, and then play rook here. He drops back. It seems very reasonable. And we'll do the same. Go for this. Pinning this pawn. Maybe even pinning the game. Or winning the game. Goes there. Stops me from going bishop c5, which is sensible. Um, but I guess we have to take the next best thing, which is bishop g5. Going for this maybe. Yeah, I forget the counters. Cocaïne, cocaïne, dis-moi famille. Zien clandestine, clandestine. So the rook really has no space to go. Checked all the lines and so I'm trying to just go rook d8. I'm not even trying to exchange pieces here, even though that's good. Generally, I like to build up the position, get a winning advantage, and then bang, then just bang. All right, let's see tactics maybe here, here. I don't see any. I can even go here now, going for the double attack. He almost has to go back. Generally, I really liked how this position is looking. Could have also gone to e7, but sorry, e2, but d2. We could have gone to d2, but d3 seems very reasonable as well. And it actually attacks something more directly, which I like. Directness, clearness of thought. And he goes out on a limb. What's the idea though? Because I saw this move, but I really didn't understand it. Like, I guess this, and then takes, but then I have this, and he goes back. So after takes, maybe sacks the rook, here, takes here, here. It's traps, right? Because the pawn here is now defending that. Yeah, and my bishop is defending here. Yes, you can play this, but then I just drop back here. Hmm. Free pawn? This traps the knight. We're up 3 pawns now. Might it be not the best pawn chain in the world? It's still, or the pawn thing in the world. Still, very decent. And yeah, that's game. All right, let's check whether in this variation, after I checked, my plan after something like knight here was to go bishop here. Then c5 comes. And after we take here, which was my idea, you cannot go for this fork, because then I'm mating you, basically. But I was wondering after takes. Maybe knight takes here, we're taking this both, but then we can sack here as well. Then you can take here. Yo, this line is complicated. Very complicated line. And then we have to drop back. And we drop back here, so we inhibit the knight. Then bishop e6, I guess. Hmm. This is bishop h5 is really strong. Like, how are you gonna get the knight out? I really don't get it. You have to do something crazy now. Yeah, I don't see the way for white to get out of this. Black is definitely better, and yeah, let's say bishop e6. Still defending this. So now we can just go out with the bishop. I think this is the best. Because if I go here, you can just Smash him with pawns. He doesn't have this. That's the problem. Can't get out with the knight. How do you get knight out? Because after this, you just go bishop here and this knight is trapped. I don't see it. I guess you can start rolling with the pawns, but yeah, I really not a clue how is this 0.8? How is this 0.8? Oh, damn it. Oh wait, maybe I have this. Ah, G4. Now I have to go back to here because otherwise I get taken. And now I can play. Oh, now I can play Rook D1 after exchange. Knight actually does not get taken. It doesn't get out either, but it doesn't get taken. And there's no clear way of getting it. Maybe via this way, but the rook's definitely defending it too. Whew, fire. So you have to block this path first. But then this comes, right? And then you have to go back again and look at the pieces. White is actually maybe better. Uh, Very interesting position. Not something I'm gonna delve into too much. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.